The Switch August Report with your host, Redkwan. Hello all 2,820 of you, I'm Redkwan, and this is the Nintendo Switch August 2020 Report, the show where I talk about the announcements from July, the games from July, and the games coming in August. And normally there's nothing to talk about, so I just rip on games with bad names. It sounds cruel, but it's for entertainment purposes, so it's probably okay. So without further ado, here is the Switch August Report. So let's start with the announcements we got in July. Now the funny thing about July is that a lot of people thought there was going to be this big blowout direct, and we'd hear about all these new games, like a bunch of Mario remasters, Super Mario 3D World, and Pikmin 3 ports, and all that sort of thing that everyone just kind of expects to happen. And everything points to July 20th. And then Nintendo puts something up, and my reaction goes something like this. Oh, Nintendo announced a Direct, yes! Oh, it's just a Direct Mini. Okay, well the last Direct Mini was pretty long, and oh, it's a Partner Direct Mini, focused exclusively on announcements from Nintendo's partners. Well, I mean, I guess that could be, oh, and it's 8 minutes. Yep, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to care about anything shown. And I didn't. My predictive skills are on point. We're getting some new stuff for Cadence of Hyrule, a 2D action rhythm Zelda-themed game, some Shin Megami Tensei stuff, which I'm probably not pronouncing right, but it really doesn't matter because nobody watches this show. If I am right, though, I'll be pretty happy with myself. And there was some other thing, too, but I don't remember it, or maybe there were 2 other things. I really didn't put any research into this video at all. It's like an 8-minute direct, and I know it's in the middle 3 minutes, and I'm still too lazy to do it. I made Pikmin 4, okay? Cut me some slack. I feel like at this point, Nintendo doesn't even want to make a direct, because they know that nothing can live up to the anticipation they've built up by not releasing anything for this long. And other than the Direct Mini Partner Edition, I don't think we got any major announcements. I guess Nintendo announced a LEGO NES kit. We don't know like any upcoming Nintendo games, and we haven't gotten a Direct in 10 months, and Nintendo says, you know what we need to do? LEGO NES. And the trailer's actually kind of cool. It's good they have their priorities in order. That's all I'll say. So what games did we get in July? Well, the big one was, of course, Paper Mario the Origami King. Mario's faced Bowser. He's faced Larry. But now he's facing his greatest foe yet, Tape. Now, I haven't played the game, but it actually is a little confusing to me why Tape is one of the bad guys here. Tape is something that holds paper together, but is kind of against the spirit of origami. Like, using tape on your origami is kind of cheating, in my opinion, which is also correct based on the dictionary definition. But who's keeping track? All I'll say is that Tape is not only an enemy, but a traitor, and you can't convince me otherwise, unless that directly contradicts his backstory in the game, but I'm guessing he doesn't have one, because he's Tape. People seem to think Origami King is better than Color Splash in general because it's less gimmicky and the battling is less annoying, but it's not terribly similar to the style of the older games, which people think are so great. And I agree with them to some extent. The original, great game. The Thousand Year Door, I've got some gripes. I'm going to be very vague about this so as not to spoil this and look like a hypocrite after making this stupid video like 3 weeks ago, but I'll just say that there's this part where you have to go to a place and click this thing, wait for this person, then get taken to this place where they play a cutscene, then you face this person, then they play another cutscene, and then you get taken back and get some dialogue, and you have to do this certain sequence of events 20 times in a row, and that doesn't include the breaks we have to run around and do other things, or the process of actually getting to this place, and this only gets you 1 of 7 of these certain things you have to get in the game. That was so vague even people who've played the game probably don't know what I'm talking about, but you get the point. They really stretched out that game. Anyways, Origami King, probably pretty good. I'll move on now. Now, many people think that the Switch is at a pretty weak summer, and they would be mistaken, because the Switch not only got Paper Mario this month, but also Travel Mosaics 4 Adventures in Rio. This game confuses me in about 5 different ways. First of all, what is a travel mosaic? Like, what does that even mean? Second, who in the world designed this cat? Like, the rabbit and squirrel, they're fine, but this cat on the left is creepy as heck. Third, the description of this game refers to the walkers, which sounds like monsters out of some horror movie. I assume these 3 are the walkers, but are they called that because they walk on 2 legs and it's kind of strange? Or because that's their last name and they're a family? And if so, how does that work biology-wise? Because I don't get it. Fourthly, how could there have been 4 of these games? This is the 4th edition. I can't imagine anyone who could spend 4 games worth of development time looking at Cat Walker. And fifthly, why am I looking at this game? We also got Crowdy Farm. Let's take a look at the description for Crowdy Farm. The Crowdy Farm needs your smart head. That's probably all we need to look at, but there's more. I find it ironic that all the educational kids games on the eShop are written in bad English, except Teddy the Wanderer Kayaking, although that's damaging to developing minds in a different way.
I'll ride a bike on the paths along the river.
And who could forget Hunt, where you hunt animals of different sizes and colors and sizes. And as for games in August, we've got underwater shooting game Swim Sanity, and the game where you roast and toast your friends, Boomerang Foo. Boomerang Foo makes the claim that it only takes 1 stick and 3 buttons to pulverize your pals, but from my personal experience, I found that you really only need the stick, especially if you just sneak up on them with the stick and start smacking. I should probably stop there before I really incriminate myself. I just would say about these two though that they've got some weak pun game. I think of myself as a pun connoisseur, and these are some real 4 out of 10 puns. Swim Sanity, Boomerang Foo, I don't know if that's actually really a pun, but I'm going to come up with better puns in 15 seconds. I'm actually doing this on the spot just to show how easy it is. And go. Gunderwater and Kung Food. Boomerang Food. They weren't good, but neither are these, so I guess I can name video games, maybe. I don't know, mine were pretty bad, I won't lie about that. And we also have a game called My Universe, My Baby, which is a good argument if you in fact own the universe. I know this game isn't going for a logical argument with their title, but I like to think they were. Well, this is my universe, and this baby is in my universe, so therefore it is my baby. Hand it over. I'm sure you're all tired of listening to me at this point, but you forget that I'm obligated to do pick the pick and sales numbers, but I'll do it in a speed round. Is this game called Dead Frog, They Breathe, My Pool Mishap, or The Sad Boy? You get 3 seconds. Never mind, time's up. It was They Breathe. Woohoo, we all really care. And I bet Switch games and system sales were pretty good in July, and will be pretty good but slightly less good in August. That's not founded on anything. This has concluded your Switch August report. Well, I'm Redkwan. How did you think the Switch's July was, and how will its August be? Will we ever get a Nintendo Direct again? Has Pick the Pick already worn out its welcome? Also, we better not get any announcements before this comes out, or I'll look really dumb. And we totally could, because Nintendo just drops it whenever they want to now. Anyways, I'm Redkwan, thank you all for watching, and I'll hopefully see you all later. Goodbye.